So guys, in this video, we are going to talk about the basic difference between a TA and an RA. We are going to look into this difference from two points of view. First is from research point of view and second is from placement point of view. Before going to that, a little about me. My name is Sudeep Walter Thomas and I gave GATE in the year 2019 where I got a rank of 1069 and along with a score of 765. I am currently pursuing my masters from IIT Bombay under manufacturing specialization and I am a teaching assistant. Currently I am in the second year of my tenure. So let's move ahead. What is the admission process for teaching assistant and a research assistant? Both teaching assistant and research assistant have to give GATE examination for admission process. While teaching assistant gets admission through COPE and spot round, research assistant gets admission through only spot round. For teaching assistants, reservation is allowed, while for research assistants, reservation is not allowed, and the admission is only on the basis of GATE score. In mechanical department, there is no interview for RAs. Talking about the last 2 years, cutoff for mechanical engineering was 726 in 2019, where there was spot round held offline at the campus, whereas in 2020 the cutoff was 769, where the spot round was held online, and that spot round was only for the admission of RAs. Now let's talk about the course progress for TA. So from first semester till fourth semester, the two important things that are common are coursework and TA duty. Most people finish their coursework within second semester, while some also extended it to third and fourth semester. TA duty, on the other hand, you might not get TA duty in every semester as well, because in my case, I only got TA duty in the third semester. In the second semester, the one of the most important thing that happens is choosing MTP guide, because depending on this guide, the course of third and fourth semester will be decided for the student. Because in third and fourth semester, phase 1 of MTP and phase 2 of MTP will be done. So this guide will choose what MTP you are going to do, what project you are going to do in your third and fourth semester. Second semester is also very important, as in this semester students usually take up PORs. PORs are position of responsibilities, as for example department placement coordinator, company coordinator, etc. etc. In second semester people also do seminar. They have to do the seminar, like this is a presentation of what project you are going to do in the third and fourth semester. Third semester is very important in the life of a TA, as placement phase 1 starts from 1st to 15 December, and if the TA is unlucky and is not yet placed, they might set for placement phase 2, which goes on from 1st January to 30th March. And after this phase, after 30th March, people can apply off campus also, while the companies keep coming to the campus. So this was the course progress for TA. Now let's look into the course progress for RA. As you can see, RA gets one more year than TA and has an additional advantage for this. I'll tell you how it's an additional advantage. From first semester till last semester, an RA has to do coursework just like TA. That is, the total amount of credits the RA has to finish is same as TA. So RA is getting more time to do the same amount of work, that is one more year. This is the additional advantage of RA, because in that time an RA can study more and get more proficient in those subjects. And it is generally observed that RAs get good pointers, good CPI, which helps them in placement in future. So what happens in the first semester of RA? RAs choose their RA guide for RA duty in the first semester itself, so they get very less time to choose this RA guide, which is kind of a disadvantage for them, because they don't know what exactly is the work going on in there. Then they have to do RA duty from first till sixth semester, every semester. They don't have this advantage that this semester they might not get an RA duty. They have to do it every semester. Then in second semester, they can choose their MTP guide. This MTP guide can be very different from RA guide also. So they get time to choose this MTP guide but not RA guide. So how this choosing of guide is being done, I'll tell you in the later slides. Let's look into what RAs have to do more. So in second semester they also take PORs. If the coursework is not yet completed, so it goes on from third, fourth, fifth and sixth semester. And some RAs do their seminar in the third semester, some carry on till their fourth semester. And if our MTP guide is not yet chosen, they do it in the third semester. And since the guide is already chosen in the second or third semester, they already start their project unofficially in the fourth or third semester. So fifth and sixth semester is exactly the same for RA and TA, because they set for placements in the fifth semester, whereas the TA was setting for placement in the third semester, and it is from 1st to 15 December, just like TAs. So there is no difference in placements for RA and TA. This I want you to understand very clearly, that there is no difference in placements for RA and TA, as company is not going to see if you are RA or you are a TA. They are only going to judge you by what you know and how much proficient you are in what you know. Let's move ahead. So choosing guide for MTP. For teaching assistant, this is being done in the second semester itself. How it is being done is professors float some projects in a PDF file, and you suppose there is one professor X, he has floated 10 projects under him, and you just look into it, and you go on to the next professor, you look into his projects, and like this you look into all the projects and you find your interest in some projects. Then you approach that professor like, sir, I want to work under you, I want to do this project because this is very interesting to me. If you have good academic performance or you have a lot of interest in the project floated, he might take you. Like academic, based on your academic performance, he is going to take you. But someone else having higher CPI than you is going and is asking for the same project, he has the higher chance of getting that MTP, getting that project. So this is how TAs get their MTP. Now as far as RAs are concerned, in the first week itself they have to choose their RA guide, and this RA guide is being assigned only because they have RA duty. So in the first week itself orientation is given, and seniors give the tour of different labs and all the different works that are being done. So if you are an RA, after having a tour of labs, you have to sit with all your RA mates and you have to talk about and discuss what RA lab you are going to take, and based on mutual understanding RA labs are assigned. Or suppose if you are having a clash with someone, then on the basis of gate score it is assigned. So MTP guide may be very different from RA guide, as I just told you, and within third semester this MTP guide you have to choose if you are an RA, and you have to choose this MTP guide after talking to RA guide. And if RA guide allows, he generally allows, I have never seen that RA guide is not allowing, he always allows, and one can choose different MTP guide. So to choose a different MTP guide, an RA has to go to all the guides and talk to them and see what the work is being done there. For RAs there is no MTP list that is being provided as we saw for TAs. You have to go to every professor and ask what is the project being done there, and then the professor might take you. So this was the way how you choose your MTP guide for teaching assistants and for research assistants. Now let's look into the privileges of a TA. A TA completes his academic life in 2 years. Average weekly TA duty is 8 hours, more or less 8 hours. Chance of not getting any TA duty is also there for TAs, whereas for RAs they have to do RA duty. Less TA duty means more time with batchmates. For RA duty, average weekly hours is around 20 hours, and for TA it is 8 hours. So you get to spend more time with your batchmates and more time to explore other things also, like extracurricular activities and all the games and everything else. Stipend for TAs is 12,400 for both the years. So these were the privileges of TA. So now let's look into the privileges of an RA. They get one more year to complete the same number of courses, the same number of credits that a TA does in 2 years. The RA gets 3 years. More time, less work means higher efficiency. So it is generally observed that the CPI of a RA is higher, and this gives them an extra advantage in the placement process. And this one more year, they can learn extra courses and they can build a profile better for a particular company. And moreover, I think this is a very important point, that they see their close friends getting placed in the second year. In their second year, they see their close friends getting placed, and they know what are the hurdles that come in the placement. So in this way, for their own placement, which are next year, they get prepared better. And I think this is very important. Moreover, they get command over a particular machine in the lab by doing it again and again. They are working in the lab and they are helping students to do experiments on that particular machine. So they get very good command over that machine. Average weekly RA duty is of 20 hours, which is very high, right? Where TA duty was average around 8 hours. Stipend is higher for RAs. It is 13,400 at the start in the first year, and it increases every year by 1,000 rupees. So these are the privileges of RA. This is how I covered the advantages of being a TA and an RA in placement point of view. Now let's look into the research point of view. So RA gets more time, which is actually good for research, because research means time, right? Hence it is also called the mini PhD. And if someone wants to complete their MTech and then do their PhD, then TA is good. And if someone wants to convert their MTech into PhD, then RA is good. Having said this, I also wanted to add one thing, that many people get confused between MS and RA, and I want to say that it is very different, because in MS there is only coursework for the first semester, while from second semester onwards complete project work starts, and you have to do only 5 courses in MS in the first semester. And for MS it can complete in either 2 years or it can complete in either 3 years, it depends, but in RA it has to take 3 years. And also in MS you have to take NOC while you are sitting for placements, and from your guide, and always the guides give the NOC, there is no problem in that. But in RA, being an RA, you don't have to do all this. So these are the basic differences, and it is way different from RA. So MS is very different. So finally, I want to say that being a TA and an RA has both their advantages and disadvantages. So this was it for this video. I think I have covered everything. If you want to know anything else, you can just write in the comment box. And thank you for watching this video, and I would especially want to thanks to Supriya Roy for helping me out. And if I did any mistake or if I missed anything, my fellow RAs and TS can comment, and then they can say what I have missed. So thank you, and see you in the next one.